give it a second. And then come over here. Hit that. Okay. There we go. Hey, gang, gang. What's going on? Hi, everybody. Grand Rising. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Fresh out of fucks. What's good, babes? So, this is what we're doing today. I am going to be doing what the eclipse holds for us. Okay, it's just a couple of days away, less than a week. We got a retrograde going on. Venus just stepped into Aries. Okay, it's going to be with Mercury soon. You see, there's a lot going on. So I feel like we should get a collective. I know I did the elements at the beginning of the week, but we're going for a more personal vibe this time. All right, so like kick back, relax. Let's get into it. Let me see if I can put some meditation music on for us so we could like chill. Okay. Let's come down here and hit that. And that should do that. Okay, that should be loading in a second. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hi, guys. Grand Rising. What's good, Rose? How is everybody feeling today? How are y'all, my loves? What is popping with y'all? You know what? We should start with the... We should start actually with the... We're going to start with what's manifesting. Okay, we're going to start with what's manifesting, whether we know it or we don't. Okay, what's being manifested around us, all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's start with that. Because, you know, the truth is, what's good, Project Execute? We are constantly manifesting, whether we're aware of it or not. Okay, so I feel like this is an important week, because if you are not the master of your thoughts and emotions, right? Yes, please do hit the like and subscribe, guys. But when you're not the master of your emotions, not only do situations get away from you, but your power to manifest accordingly or to focus in on what you're trying to manifest starts to leak out. You understand? So we're going to get into it. Spirit, can you show me, please? Yes, thank you for sharing, guys. Can you show me, please? What is the collective manifesting and what's being manifested without them realizing under this energy of the eclipse? Thank you for subscribing, my love. Okay, so we must not lose the urgency of this moment as it begs for us to begin something grand and important. Thank you for the follows, guys. I greatly appreciate y'all, but let me explain what's happening here. Eclipses shift frequencies. Okay, so you can use this opportunity to direct and create birth, right? Or when you're not consciously focused, the change happens without you directing it. And that's where it gets sticky, okay? Because then what happens is we might be... That's how the energy kind of gets away from us and manifests things that we're not really aware of, or is coming from our lower self or our lower chakras, okay? So let's get more into that. Thank you for the rose, my love, and thank you all for the follows. I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all are the bomb.com. Spirit, can you show me, please? we also have, we are to be radiant, grateful, and buoyant people. So also there's a lot of fear mongering around the eclipse. People will tell you, oh, you shouldn't manifest on the eclipse, or oh, you shouldn't do rituals on the eclipse. I do not believe that's true. Okay? I want you to think of astrological events as an opportunity to use that frequency as a tool to boost what you're already trying to manifest or call to yourself. Okay? It's the difference between trying to push a nail into the wall with your hands and using a hammer. Now, what happens is if we're not aware of what we want to bring in, hello, my love, right? Then what happens is the universe is trying to give us things according to the frequency that we are in. So this is why it's so important for you to be mindful of the frequency that you are in. Be mindful of what you permit to be in your auric field, okay? Because a lot of the time what ends up happening is that you come in with a particular idea about what you would like, let's say, your day to look like, right? Let's say you say to yourself before you go to sleep, I'm going to have a very productive day tomorrow. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm also going to start that new diet and this and that. But then you get around a different frequency. What's good, Miss B? We get around a different frequency and we're absorbing that frequency. Remember that the largest organ in your body is your skin. Okay, so what happens is you're absorbing all of this. What's good, Cheerfully Sweet? What's good, 720 Astrology? Okay, I feel like we absorb a lot, but we allow it to change our frequency. I'm going to put the fan on 1 second. Give me 1 second. There we go. Much better. Thank you guys for being patient with me. What's good, Johnny? You give an offering of fruit and flowers to the ancestors. Yes, and that is a good way, right? Elevation, also elevating our ancestors, okay? And I could go off in a whole other vein because Spirit was talking about. Okay, I'm gonna say what Spirit said for those of you that aren't, because maybe there's a message here for you. A lot of our ancestors and melanated people, they died with spiritual debt or like debt because they were trying to free your mind, right? And the rest will follow, right? Like, think of how many of us were trying, our family members were trying to buy themselves back from the master. I'm going to keep it 100 because that's what Spirit said, and that's what I'm going to say. Okay? Or the chains of weight of like debt. Okay? So a Spirit is talking about, if you have ancestor money, this eclipse is a good eclipse to burn some ancestor money. Please do burn it in a fire-safe container. But Spirit is talking about breaking the chains of like spiritual debt. Okay? So, I don't know where that came from because that was not where I was going for. But I feel like a Spirit wanted to interject that. Spirit wanted to interject that. Okay, but this solar eclipse is really about harnessing your own power. Okay? and about acknowledging the power you have, okay? Also about how we direct said power, Spirit is saying. Okay, also, like, there's this thing of, like, when you don't use it accordingly, what ends up happening is that the change comes in fluctuation. Maybe this is why, hey, my love, that maybe this is why so many people feel, like, afraid of the eclipse energy, because it's, like, unintentional. They're not directing the frequency, Spirit says. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? With love's transcendent power, we can be reborn and redirected. Where we open to love, life itself can feel newer, more alive, more magical, and more meaningful. And a lot of times we hear the word love, and especially with this North Node, South Node, that is focused on the self versus relationships and how that comes into balance, right? We can mistake or externalize this energy about focusing on relationships that are outside of ourselves, and in reality we're supposed to be, yes, paying attention to that because it's a mirror of what we've got going on internally, but we're supposed to be learning how to harness our individual power to manifest the outcomes that we want in this new age of Aquarius. And it's not so much about I'm not saying that teamwork don't make the dream work. But this is very much about one stepping into their own journeys in a big way, okay? So I'm gonna get an angel number to go with that. Okay, also hearing express yourself. You got to, okay? Can't hear all the words. And me be me, right? So it's like trusting in yourself, big facts, right? Right? This is also talking about, like, aspects of yourself that are, like, newly born and that you have to also, like, get accustomed to. Okay? That you yourself have to get accustomed to. Nine, 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 nine. Okay, so you're completing something, and I feel like Spirit's telling you, what do you want to complete? Okay, so remember, I always tell you the universe only has one answer. The answer is yes. So what do you want the universe to say yes to? It can say yes to your fears, or it can say yes to what you're trying to manifest into your reality. That is solely up to you. If you recognize that this is all a projection of your power, and the things that you haven't directed are also a reflection of that. Right? So it says 999, lessons learned, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. And it says, take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you, right? It feels like redirection, tweaking, like, it feels like inconsequential, like, happenings, like things that you didn't recognize that you put in motion, but then afterwards you're like, I did that. So imagine if I could direct it. So I just had a client earlier this morning, and I was saying sometimes we allow ourselves to set a goal and then something else, a and yes, thank you, Spirit. Short-term satisfaction can derail us. And I feel like I truly understand that because my Venus is in Aries, so it can make me passionate and like in the short term fixate on something, and that may be opposing, or it can make me feel like in that moment I must have it, and that can be opposing like the original goal that I set out for. Okay, so I feel like right now we have to really be mindful of like where we're directing our energy, or if it's directing us. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you got 2222. Okay, and it says feminine forces, relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is meant to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge, listen. You know, I feel like the feminine energy is what births. Aries tends to be very masculine. Okay, I feel like the creativity of the self, which is more feminine, and the action, which is more masculine, that's the yin and yang, and we're really supposed to be harnessing or balancing that right now. Both in our private endeavors for ourselves and what we want, and as well in our relationships. Like, what can we come into balance within that will promote balance in our external relationships as well. Okay, so I feel like this is an excellent time. 720, are you still in here? Let me see if he's still in here. Because I'm doing a joint endeavor with 720 astrology this coming Friday. Basically, a lot about what I'm talking about right now. Hey, 720.
Hey, how you doing?
Quickly, I didn't want to disturb you, but I felt like maybe since we're talking about, Spirit has me out here talking about the Aries and a Libra access that's happening, you might want to give a short preview to the people in the room right now about what to look forward to on Friday.
Well, it's hard to follow up to. I mean, you already dropped it, but I just think it's going to be a human expression of yin and yang energy. We're going to act out Venus and Mars in real time.
In real time. Yes.
In real time. And help to expound on this energy, because I feel just like Lovelee, I feel like destiny is calling, but at the same time, there are things that can be popping up to make you question whether the destiny is truly yours.
Ashe.
And I'm speaking in real time about my own existence. Like, no, I'm not immune just because I study it. I'm not immune from life,
Ashe, and I feel like I get that a lot too. I feel like a lot of people who have an understanding of like astrology or spirituality or occultism, that we sometimes are like a tuning fork. Like, we get it first because we have to explain it to the masses. So we have to experience it first. I often feel like I'm like 2-3 weeks ahead on the frequencies because I'm supposed to teach it.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, and because I'm gonna be real, there were times in the past I would feel like I would be hesitant to speak because I felt like if I'm teaching on this stuff, I should be above experiencing this, you know. And I had to come to mature and learn that what you said just perfectly summarized it. Like, you know, heavy is the crown.
Heavy is the crown. Absolutely.
You know, so I'm excited because I just think when we vibe, it's just a natural, you know, it's just a natural back and forth. You challenge me, you know. I think we challenge each other's perspective, but I think people right now need some sober, wise input to pour into them because people are in a space right now where they want to learn and grow and expand, and they don't need anybody just fear mongering or sensationalizing. They need, like, I think there's a need for some wisdom.
Absolutely. I also think that when you're in your beginning of your spiritual journey, you kind of feel like rudderless, like you don't know, you feel a pull, but you don't really know where to put it. And to get both the male and female perspective on that is it's a great thing. So I'm very excited about this week. And I feel like if you guys can, you should pencil it in. Okay, I'm gonna try to go on live on all like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And we're just gonna try to bring it to you guys in as many spaces as we can so that we can get the message out there.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So I look forward to this week, Jamal, and yeah, I just wanted you to come up real quick and definitely give the audience a preview. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'll see you Friday.
All right, peace. How do I get off? I don't know how to. Do you cut me off?
You know what? That's a good question. That is a good question, and I also hope that YouTube was able to hear you because I did it there as well. So if you want to look at it, it's over there as well. All right. You have a great day.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye. Peace. So guys, you see that was perfect timing that he came in to explain to you guys what we're going to be doing this week. Super exciting. You could hear it. Perfect because it was very impromptu. So it's not like I had time to like put the window up on YouTube as well, but it's going to be a very exciting show. Okay. So yes, you do not want to miss this. You do not want to miss it. And if you want to see the first episode we did, you will find that on my YouTube as well. Okay. So let's get back to the reading. This is about the yin and yang within ourselves and this balance between self and our outward or external relationships. Thank you so much. She says the two of you together are a great combination. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get another deck. Let's see what could be the challenges that come with this eclipse, because you know, we have to know that part of any situation is the challenge, and it's not that the challenge is negative. I want to preface this. Okay? It's not that challenge is negative, because a lot of the time the challenge that you feel or the friction that you feel actually spurs you to do better, be better, right? So we're not going to be afraid of challenge anymore. Okay, Spirit, can you show me what it is? And if you guys could share this on TikTok, that would be excellent. I would greatly appreciate that. Please do follow. Spirit, can you show me, please, what could possibly be the challenge for the collective via these eclipses? Thank you for the shares, my love. Thank you for the likes. What's good, Ruby? You got debilitated discomfort. Exactly what I just said. Okay, the discomfort is not there to cripple you. It is there to sharpen you. And if you look at it in that way, you would understand how empowering that can be. Okay? So transits, climate, I feel like that's talking more about the retrograde. Okay, that's talking more about the retrograde and our want to don't let me be misunderstood, right? This is a wanting to be understood by others, but understanding that this has to come from you first, right? So, a lot of, people say communication is wonky. The reason why communication gets wonky during the retrograde is so that you can take time to reflect over your perspective, to refine, to review, and also to re-emerge. Okay, once you complete said retrograde. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else from this deck before we move on? Okay, that's a lot. All right. Midhaven Pinnacle. Right now, we are in dead center in the middle of Uranus's transit through Taurus, okay, which lasts like 7 years, and it's supposed to be, change through chaos. And if you think about when it started, which I think was the end of 2019 or the beginning of 2020, it's been very much about everything being rewritten, reimagined, right? So if that has happened in every way that we didn't see then, what could you do? What could you do with that now for yourself? If you were in your awareness that for the next like 3.5 years, you could dictate that frequency and pull in the things and magnetize the things that you want for yourself, instead of letting external frequencies hijack and borrow and harness your energy. Okay? Vesta Hearth, okay? I was talking to another spiritual person yesterday, and I was talking about what the definition of real abundance is. And it's not in the material things. Okay? And I feel like it may not even be in a physical home, but more so in the hearth of the soul, or the hardiness of the soul, or the health of the soul, or the fullness of the soul, okay? Solar plexus energy, okay? You have tension here with the North Node. And the last North and South Node opposition that we had was in Taurus and Scorpio. And that opposition was asking us to look at, okay, Grand Rising, my love, to look at what we valued, Taurus, right? What we wanted to birth, right? Taurus, right? Versus what we were willing to let die for it, Scorpio, death and transformation. Right? And we came out of that with a blueprint, which now it's the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra, right? So now we're taking that blueprint that we recognized, right, while it was in Taurus and Scorpio, and if you build it, we will come, right? And we're birthing it now into the Aries season, okay? So we're also releasing relationships, friends, family, or lovers. We're releasing those to make room for relationships that feed the overall mission. Okay? So I don't know if that's making sense to y'all. Okay? But that's what Spirit is saying. You cannot call in the new when you are holding on to the old, okay? Your arms are crossed, okay? But the minute you start to release some things and you open your arms, you now have made space and opportunity for new blessings. Okay, so let's get some tarot. Let's see what else Spirit would like to tell us. Spirit, can you show me what is it that the collective needs to know regarding the Aries solar eclipse that happens on April 8th, and how they can use this eclipse to the best of their ability? Can you show me? How can we harness this transformation energy to our best and highest good, Spirit? Can you show me that? Can you show me that, please? I know, guys, that sometimes I forget to look at the camera. It is because I am listening, okay? That is how I channel. Apologies, guys. Four of Pentacles. Baby, come back. Okay, so some of us have been holding back, or holding on. A lot of people is holding on to the world, to things that we think are important to us, or also things that we can't imagine, that we thought were too big, to dream too big, right? But there's a new frequency or a new sheriff in town. Spirit, can you show me, please? Yeah, the Queen of Wands. You can magnetize anything you want. This is very Aries feminine energy. So what is it again? I ask you again. What is it that you want the universe to say yes to? And are you willing to be Aries the Fool and Aries the Magician? Both cards represent Aries in the tarot. And to manifest the new beginnings that you want. Okay? The Magician represents the ability to create and having all the tools to create what it is that you want. But the Fool represents the trust and spirit and in oneself and one's own power to take a leap of faith. Spirit, can you show me? Can you show me, please? You have the Eight of Pentacles. There's something that you may have wanted to do or that you are working on within yourself, okay? And I feel like that has heavy to do with the situation at hand right now, or that how you can apply it, okay? I feel that two things, okay? The Chariot just came out. Okay, and I'm seeing a couple of things and I want to talk about them really quickly. The Chariot just came out, okay? You see there's two dogs, okay? Like a little dog and a big dog, or a white dog and a black dog, right? I feel like this is that yin and yang energy, all right? And this balance, okay? I also feel like this working on something in this retrograde allows you to move forward with a lot of speed. The Chariot moves pretty fast. Okay, this could be by Cancer season. So I feel like the work that you put in now has a lot to do with that. And you know, Cancer would be the next cardinal sign, I believe. Yes. So this feels very much something about cardinal energy. And harnessing the cardinal energy or cardinal season. All right, let's get into it. Let's clarify these bad boys and see what else Spirit would like us to know. I want to use this one. Okay. Let's take a look and see what comes out. You have the Four of Pentacles here. Spirit, why is this Four of Pentacles here for the collective, for this eclipse season? What does this represent? What does this represent? This is giving me like a little fear of letting go, or a little fear of stepping into something. Thank you guys for the share. Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate you. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles, you guys think that we could get to 10,000 likes? Can we do that, guys? Okay, Four of Pentacles, Spirit, why? With the Three of Cups. Okay, I feel like you're being pushed to step out in some way in the front, okay? I feel like you may want to hold back or shield yourself, but it's actually the time to put yourself, you know, like let's say at work, thank you guys for all the love. Let's say at work that they ask you to make a speech in front of your coworkers. You could shy away from that, and yet that's exactly what you need to be doing right now. You may find that you have more support than you think. Okay, or maybe you don't really like to go out, but now it's spring again, right? And Spirit is telling you to come on out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Okay? The world, okay? Spirit, can you show me why is the world here with the Seven of Wands? Okay, sometimes we don't recognize that while we're manifesting the new, right? While we're manifesting the new, that we're sometimes resisting those opportunities because we think we know how it should look like. Okay? We think we know how it should look like. I'm going to give you an example just so you can understand what I'm saying. There were a couple of females that I tried to collaborate with, right? Thinking that it would be like a sisterhood energy that I would be bringing, right? But now, as you see, right, you just heard 720 astrology speak, right? What I'm really supposed to be doing is like this yin and yang project, right? Where we're showing the differences, right? So if you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would have been like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So there's a need to like put yourself in places, in places that you wouldn't normally pick for yourself, okay? Now you have the Queen of Wands here, because I feel like right now there's a magnetism that is available to all of us, okay, to take action in the name of that Aries frequency, okay? And you have the Ten of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles, right? So the Ten of Pentacles is family, generational wealth, and legacy. I started talking about earlier about breaking generational curses and things like that, right? Financial perspectives, right, that could have come down in our family line, right? And the Seven of Pentacles speaks, you know, waiting patiently, avenue. I'm getting two messages with this card. The first one is that the glass ceiling is what you create. I'm going to say it again. The glass ceiling is what you create. Because without knowing it, we limit ourselves and the possibility of what we can achieve by what we believe. Okay? Secondarily, when we manifest, we put the concept out to the divine, and then we release how or why, when it's going to come in. Because that's the anti of manifestation. That's the anti, okay? Because it's like you're counting the seconds. When will it happen? How will it happen? Then you're not really in trust of said frequency. There's an inner knowing that comes with manifestation. Okay? So I feel like this is about, you know, and you could be judging, okay, you could be judging your ability to manifest the future and what you would like and the life that you want by your past. And that doesn't fit. That equation does not fit. because we are in the age of Aquarius, which is reflecting to you to not use the past as a measure of the future, rather create the spaces that you want to see. Okay? 8 of Pentacles, Spirit, why? Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? Can you show me? Look, the devil coming out cross. So, you know, what works against you is your fear, is the limitations, what you feel you're binded to by the past of the situation, what you, like, in other words, okay, so, you know, I was born, you know, a Harlem baby, right? Like, you know, right? New York City girl, not a lot of income, probably a lot of people would say not a lot of opportunities, right? But you create the limitations. Speak life over your blessings and blessings over your life. You set the limits by believing, you know, in said limitations. Okay? Spirit, can you show me, please, what is this Chariot here for the collective, please? What is this Chariot here for the collective? Can you show me? The Chariot on the Chariot. Reciprocity Avenue. Hello. And I love that as our last card, and I'm going to tell you why. You have Reciprocity Avenue here at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot on the Chariot. As you define, I'm getting a lot of messages with this one card. As you define the direction that you are willing and want to go in, okay? As you harness, like we said, that power towards the direction. One of the messages is that a spirit rises to meet you, okay? Remember, the universe only has one answer, and the answer is yes, okay? So it's like once you put your eye on this, you are magnetizing it to you, and the divine assists you, beloved assists you. Okay, also I feel like when you step into moving towards what it is that you desire by harnessing that power, you also magnetize those that are like-minded individuals to yourself, okay? This is why there's another Chariot. Okay, so the other Chariot represents spirit meeting you in your space. Okay, helping you to move forward. Remember, there's a difference between pushing the nail in and using a hammer, right? So this is spirit giving you the hammer, but it's also spirit like bringing like-minded individuals into your atmosphere. And with the 6 of Pentacles, if you always believe that all my life I had to fight, if you always believe like, oh, I always have to do everything by myself, remember that the universe is going to say yes. If you believe there are other people like me who want to explore spirituality, who want to use positivity for growth, right? Then you will have that experience as well. Okay? So I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into harnessing your individual power and focusing on what it is that you want this next leg of the journey to reflect. Okay? Or are you just gonna like see what happens? And that's fine, okay, if that's what you want to do. But if you want to use this energy to try to magnify a better outcome for yourself, then the best thing to do is to reflect on what it is you're really trying to see. Okay? So that's pretty much what I have for you guys. I'm so grateful to you guys for coming to spend a little time with me. And I'm so grateful. Yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you leave. But I'm so grateful to Jamal of 720 Astrology that he was able to just jump in real quick and give us a quick preview. Okay. I hope that you all can join us this week. Okay. I hope you all can join us this week, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, at a social media site near you. Okay, so looking forward to that. I'm wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys. Thank you, Copenhagen. Thanks, love.